We are from the Pudai Talamurai television channel from Tamil Nadu. We want to understand from you what is the ground situation in Jammu after the second phase of campaigning has ended, and what are the prospects of the BJP now?
First phase is over. Second phase, tomorrow they shall be voting, and now we are entering into third phase. Campaigning is very much going on, and so far BJP is concerned, because our main sport base is in those constituencies where the voting shall be during this third phase. We are very confident, because in Jammu province there are 43 constituencies, and we are going to sweep whole Jammu province, because earlier majority of the constituencies were with us, but this time we'll improve. And in the Rajouri, Poonch area, Doda, rest-wide Doda area, we see that even in those areas where we didn't win last time during 2014 elections, this time we are definitely going to win.
Sir, you are very hopeful of doing well in the third phase also, having done well in the first and second phases in Jammu. But there are opposition parties who say that unemployment is a big issue and price rise is a big issue. How does the BJP counter these points?
First of all, this is their duty to explain to the people who is responsible for it. Because in Jammu and Kashmir, there is so much potential. You look at our waters, 3 rivers, the water is flowing to Pakistan. And we have a capacity of generating 20,000 megawatt electricity. But during their tenure, because they were in power during all these years, only 3,500 could be generated. Then what's the position of horticulture here? Because Jammu and Kashmir is known for horticulture in the whole of the world. Tourism. Kashmir is known as Switzerland of India. But you didn't do anything for that. Otherwise, you pursued that politics which ultimately led to separatism, and which ultimately turned into jihadi terrorism, in which 50,000 dead bodies they were fallen in on the in Jammu and Kashmir. It includes the army personnel, security force personnel, our Jammu Kashmir police, even general masses also. And majority.
Sir, a very important issue you have mentioned, sir, about the security. You also mentioned about Pakistan. That's why this question will be very logical to follow next. Recent times there has been a lot of terrorist incidents in Jammu region. Earlier it was only mostly confined to Kashmir, but the recent months Jammu has been one of the reasons. On the day the Prime Minister was taking oath for the third time, big terrorist attack took place here. So what do you think is the reason for this?
Actually, we have to look at this spread of terrorism in totality. Earlier, what was the situation so far as terrorism was concerned? Because local youth were recruited to terrorist activities. Pakistanis used to recruit them. They were used to take to Pakistan, train them, bring them back. Then they had mass sport. Suppose a terrorist was killed, thousands of people they used to come out during their you can say funeral procession, all that. Then they were getting all logistic the support from the general masses. But that is zero now. So far as the terrorist attacks in Jammu is concerned, basically the people who did it, they were basically Pakistani regulars. Most of them, they were commandos, and some of them they were terrorists. Because in Kashmir Valley, the people of Kashmir, they have stopped giving them shelter. There is very less recruitment from amongst the local boys, and general masses, they are very happy during the last 5 years when there is a peace, there is no stone pelting. The schools, they are open. Now Pakistan is getting very less recruits. So ultimately the terrorism is at the lowest ebb. To keep the pot boiling and tell to the world community that we are still there, terrorism is still there, Pakistan is forced to send their regulars into and that too in the Jammu province, because their terrain is such, because there are high hills, Then during this rainy season, you see that the streams and nalas and they are flooded, and they get the chance to sneak in. So that's the situation. So they were the regulars, and ultimately you have seen that after a few incidents, they have been either killed, they have been apprehended. Overground workers, some of them, if they were there, have been apprehended, and ultimately there is no such incident now.
Sir, during the election campaign and in the public participating in the elections, is there any impact due to these terrorist incidents?
No, nothing. Last time I was in Kashmir when Prime Minister was coming. Before that, for 5 days I was in Kashmir. I went to Charare Sharif, the same shrine, Sufi shrine, which has been burnt by Mastkul. He was a major in Pakistan army, and he burnt that because radical Islam don't accept this Jarats and Sufism. Then I had been to this South Kashmir, Kokarnag and all that. People, they were campaigning without any fear. People belonging to all the political parties, they were on the field with the loudspeakers and the campaigning, jalsas and all that. That was going on. So there is no fear.
So do you expect better voting percentage during the second phase of elections and also the third phase of elections?
Definitely, because first phase was very good, and we do hope that second and third phase will be far better than that. Because the first phase was better than the polling which was there during Lok Sabha elections, and in future we expect more voting, more people coming out to vote for the respective parties.
Sir, as a Deputy Chief Minister, you are very well versed in the administration of the state. As a union territory, what is the kind of situation that you are seeing in the last 5 years, and when will be the right time for restoration of the statehood?
Not only me, because the results are showing it. Because during the last 5 years, there is a complete peace. People, they are reposing their confidence in Indian Constitution, because that's why they are coming out for votes. Because Pakistan and their henchmen, they were teaching people that democracy is not in the larger interest, it has no meaning. They were saying this, but now people, they are opposing the confidence in democracy. Then in Indian Constitution as well as in democracy. And now they say that say that this is the only way out. So that's the result. And UT, because for strategic reasons, UT had to be created to fight this proxy war, to change the basic laws which were of the medieval kind. If West Pakistani refugees, if they are staying here in Jammu and Kashmir for the last 3 generations, they are not getting any, you can say, basic rights. So this is not a democratic approach, and this is it's against the humanity. Then Valmikis, basically they were scheduled caste people. They were brought by Sheikh Muhammad Abdullah to Jammu and Kashmir, and they were brought for sweeping purpose, because they were sweepers here. They were employed as sweepers. Now they are young people, they are generations, they are well educated and they have acquired higher education. But in Jammu and Kashmir, they couldn't get jobs, more than that a sweeper. So that was then we see that our daughters of the soil, if they are married outside, they lost all their basic rights, human rights, in the property and all that. So that was the situation. Now everything is changed. Even West Pakistani refugees, they have got all the citizenship rights. Other people, they have got the rights. Then tribals, Gujjar Bakras, 100% of them, they are Muslims. But they were not, so far as all India, this India is concerned, everywhere STs they were given political reservations. It was not in Jammu and Kashmir. That was the unfortunate part. So to deal that, because a sultanate was created by there's Abdullah royal, I would say royal family and Mufti royal family, and Congress was supporting that, and still Congress is supporting their agenda. So we had to change it. For that there was a requirement of change the because in UT only in that situation the center could do it as our Prime Minister has promised, And we see that now elections is over. After that, the state shall be statehood shall be restored. But I would tell your viewers that in Jammu and Kashmir, statehood is no issue. 370 is no issue. People, they are feeling very scared here. They are living peacefully. Now new generations, the jobs are being created. Development work activities are going on a very larger scale. Tourists during 2023, 2 crore and 25 lakh tourists, they came to Jammu and Kashmir. When the tourist comes, she brings jobs also, the livelihood also. So people, they are realizing it. Now our manifesto have promised a lot more, and because we have to bring this Jammu and Kashmir on the path up for this peace and progress and prosperity, and we can only that party can do which had a center at the back. Because in Jammu Kashmir, our revenues, these people are responsible for that. Even our revenues are not so much that we can even pay the salaries to our employees. Because of, though there is a lot of potential here, as I mentioned earlier, but they didn't do it. They did only politics, separatism.
So is the development a very major issue now?
Definitely, that's the issue. First of all, there should be a peace, order. We have to check the terrorism and the separatists or other people who are the enemies of the peace. They are contained. Pakistan is allowed to meddle in Jammu and Kashmir affairs. Then peace and prosperity, then development, jobs to the younger generation, to our youth, empowerment of the women. Then there are victims of terrorism, whether they are Kashmiri displaced, Hindu displaced people, whether they are people living on the borders, because due to cross-border firing, they were the more sufferers. Then there are STs, Gujars, Bakrawals, Gaddis, Sippis, and then Pahadis. They didn't get any reservation. They are also living on the borders. So they are to be supported and they are to be empowered. So youth, new job opportunities are required to be created, which we have promised that we are going to generate 5 lakh jobs in Jammu and Kashmir. So that's the objective, and our manifesto. Once our this government is formed in Jammu and Kashmir, and Jammu and Kashmir government, BJP government, and central government led by Prime Minister Nirmal Modi, two double engine government will definitely bring Jammu and Kashmir on the path of peace and progress, development and brotherhood.
Sir, final question is about reorganization of the constituencies. The number of constituencies in Jammu and number of constituencies in Kashmir has changed now, and Ladakh is not a part of this election. Will that have any impact on the overall result?
Definitely, because earlier all the delimitations which were done by the during the Congress rule at the center, these constituencies were created arbitrarily, and no parameter was followed, which is there in our constitution. This is for the first time that our delimitation has been done on all the 4 parameters: total area, population, area, terrain, then accessibility. These are the 4 parameters. Whereas in Jammu, we see that the area is 3 times more than the Kashmir. Then our terrain is entirely hilly. There was no accessibility in the higher hills, with the higher living people living in the higher hills. Then population was also almost equal, though in Kashmir Valley the population was more. Even then, last time they were in Jammu province there were 37 seats, and in Jammu Kashmir there were 46. In Jammu where we are sitting, in Jammu city, the seat was of 2 lakh voters. Jammu West, whereas Batmalu was the biggest state in Kashmir Valley, that was 1,05,000 votes. This was the discrimination. Same discrimination was with the Ladakh, and Ladakhi people they were always right from 47, right from Honorable this Kushik Bakaula, who was the leader of Ladakh. They were demanding that there should be a unit territory for Ladakh. They were also crying. Jammu people were also crying. So this is for the first time that central government led by Prime Minister Nirmal Modi, and under him the delimitation commission, that this delimitation was done, and we got our share.